Hello everyone, and welcome back to this playthrough with the Radious mod, using sub-mods to try and correct some of the issues I was having with the morale in the battle. So let's move south. Perhaps I should have force marched him actually, but it doesn't hurt that we're replenishing our units. So basically what I think I'm going to do is try and come and take this Han Empire territory before we move to deal with Liu. I can improve my port, which is well worth doing. And so we tackled the dissatisfaction in our court, but we haven't resolved it completely. So let's have a look at whether we can dish out some honorary titles, given that we've got a very healthy income. It shouldn't hurt us too much to splash a bit of cash, giving these guys some honorary titles. So 400 salary and 40 satisfaction. That's not too bad. He doesn't need all of that, though. Really, we'll make this guy a patrol commander. That bumps him up into the green. So at least we've got one happy person. What about our own wife? Can we give her an honorary title? We could grant her the orator, but she might then think that we're doing that in an ironic way, and that maybe she orates a bit too much, maybe a bit too naggy. So let's not go there. Let's see what else. Protectors of the army. Well, she is in the army, and I'm not too excited about the reduction in cost, because we've got plenty of income. But it wouldn't hurt to bump her satisfaction by 10, and yeah, maybe increased authority would give more morale. So let's go with that and get her to 60 to 69, which is often the aim with a wife. Enough of that. Right, so let's have a look at this chap. 25 satisfaction. Any followers that would be useful? These are more for administrators, so we won't go there. What about? Well, he is an administrator. Sorry, he's just. I usually wouldn't put these vanguards as administrators, but I did, just to try and keep this chap happy, and obviously that hasn't worked. But we'll leave him as an administrator. Then what we'll do is we will use this to increase the trade influence, albeit well, it unlocks. Okay, so the trade influence actually isn't going to help this guy at all. It will up his cunning slightly. Nah, it's probably not doing too much actually. Not so much of a general. What would Chief of Records as administrator? That would bump him to 50. Orator, General in Chief, Senior Officer, Attendant. Let's make this guy our Chief of Records. Okay, so hopefully we will have resolved the satisfaction issue in our court this turn. We've got a reform, and what are our options? So Li Bo will help with trade and trade influence. I'm not too worried about that for the moment. More trade agreements, likewise not too worried. More income, not too worried at this point. Yes, let's get these deployables, which I do like, and we'll end the turn there. And really I want to get the army into a position as quickly as possible where we can commence our offensive against these further Han territories. Now then, more ancillaries, a wooden ox, and our iron pits have been completed. So I can't see any negatives to keep on pushing this up. You might think that it would come with some negatives, but it doesn't seem to. So let's keep on upgrading. And how far can we bring the army south? Well, it is autumn, so what we'll do is we'll camp in our city, then in the winter we'll move to the front line, and then take on the Han. Though I see Li Yu has got a decent army actually, so we don't need to bear that in mind. There will be some risk to carrying out this offensive. Nothing more to do here. We have now resolved the satisfaction problems, so let's proceed onwards. And the question will be whether we can remain at peace with Li Yu long enough to give us a free hand against the Han Empire, or whether we're going to have to juggle both. So Gong Sun Du, he's our friend to the north. He would like the wooden ox, but it does give satisfaction, which could be useful for my various court members. So no, I'm going to reject that, I'm afraid. We are generally trading with him, so hopefully he won't be too pissed off at that. So Li Yu has got a decent amount of troops. War. Our trading post has upgraded. Again, can't really see any negatives for upgrading it, so let's go with that. And yeah, we'll bring the army down, keeping it in our own territory for this turn, and then looking to try and take this commandery next turn. Oh, we've got another reform. That seemed quite quick. I'm thinking that maybe an additional army is the way to go. We've got the money, and we're starting to, we are outnumbered now by Li Yu, which I don't particularly like. That's not a situation that we want to have persisting. So let's see about raising an army. What are our options? So we've got quite like the combination of these three guys actually. Yellow, red, blue. There's Wee J. He's got quite a good. Yeah, so let's go. This chap is an administrator. Can we still? So he can also be a general, and then when we recruit, we can add in these forces. Good, and hopefully that will give us something of a balanced army. What archer options have we got? Okay, just these militia ones, and what we'll do is we'll follow a similar pattern as in our other army. And in the centre, do we have options for sort of a spear-armed unit? Yeah, we can go with these guys. Okay, so I've expended my money for now, but it is giving us at least a second force. And next turn we'll just take on the Han. So I would say this is a much greater number of units still with the Radious mod, even though I've got a sub-mod on that should be increasing the upkeep of the units. But yeah, still far more than you'd get in vanilla, which I'm not saying is a bad thing at this stage. It's just something to keep an eye on. So let us. I mean, they've got 7 units there. Good mix of infantry, cavalry, and archers. And the garrison, plenty of infantry, more archers. That could be quite a tough nut to crack. I'd be very concerned if this army was in reinforcement range, but it doesn't seem to have been. So let's move aggressively and try and take this coastal town fishing village. I think I could try demanding surrender. We've got the sort of the chance bar in our favour, but we do actually have slightly less men. Now let's start the battle. I don't want to go for starving out because there's obviously the other army that could come and join the battle. So let's start and see how we get on. Hopefully we won't take very heavy casualties. And I think we might need to play a little bit conservative, but then that can in itself be one of the traps in battle. If you play too conservative, you can actually increase your casualties. So here we are with the sort of fishing. I was going to say fishing village. It's quite a decent sized town. We've played this map I think several times now. So what we'll do is not be too fancy with what we're trying. We'll go in through the front door. What's the range of these bolt crossbows or ballista perhaps? Well, the towers, we outrange the towers. Let us. So that should at least help us to crack in to the town. And what I'll do is I'll put some stakes in front of them, just to give them cavalry protection. I doubt the enemy will come out and sally forth, but just out of an abundance of caution. And this should be our horse archers, our traditional archers, crossbows, and our assault infantry. Plenty of cavalry in the form of the heroes, and we can see our heroes in their respective units, and yes, we do have this lancer cavalry as well. Okay, let's make a start. And really, can I get these? Yeah, let's have a pop at their archers. And let's have a look at these guys. So they're firing multiple bolts each. Oh! Fine. Okay, well we won't just sit back and pepper them. We will advance. Our archers. Just get rid of those pesky towers. So yeah, each of these sort of large bolt throwers. How many? Is it 3? 3 large bolts? Let's have a look. Yeah, so it seems to be able to fire 3 of them, and is doing a lot of damage. Oh, so it's a good weapon for dealing with massed infantry. If I target these archers, we might knock out some cavalry and some spearmen. Gosh, are these maybe overpowered? I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm sort of quite happy at the moment that it's taking care of those damn archers. But I think I'd be raging if I was on the opposing team, if I was on the receiving end of these things. Oof. So the ammunition is going down, which is good, because otherwise you could just probably sit back the whole battle. Let's take care, I think, of this tower as well, and switch these guys now to standard. Do they have cavalry here? No, still infantry. They do have cavalry in this bit. I'm just conscious that the AI could sally out. Let's get the infantry in now and bring up the crossbows as well. Let's put our crossbowmen, put them here, and we'll run them over just to try and get some volleys in to soften up the enemy. At the moment, we'll just put our infantry generally closer, so that we've got options. Likewise with the cavalry, they've sealed off these two entrances here, so we can't just whip around. But obviously the firepower of those ballistas is helping to carve away in here. In fact, their archers are now firing back. So let's see if we can move the ballistas forward and help out our archers. Yeah, I don't really want to be taking down their infantry. My infantry can do that. I want to kill the damage dealers.
The enemy unit flees! What powers!
So we are making some progress against their archers. Let's move up these. Keep the pressure on. There we go, the crossbowmen can soften up these units. Are the ballistas? Yeah, so a bit of a misfire there, maybe they can't get an angle. But anyway, I think we've got the situation under control. And yeah, let's get some infantry in there. Likewise over here, can move the crossbows up. And yeah, keep the arrow fire going. What about the ballistas? Should we switch them over? Enemy cavalry here, but I am leading the charge with my spearmen, so I'm not too concerned about them. The town burns as we make our first assault, and the enemy are meeting us kind of in a bit of disarray as the front lines clash. So we've got an opening here now. Let us just make sure that Archer Militia doesn't rally. Let's take those towers, stop them peppering us. And okay, so the crossbowmen are firing over the heads of that infantry. That's okay. Don't want to be incurring friendly fire. Let's keep these archers back. Generally get them out of the way. Okay, so they've shattered now, so they won't be coming back, which is good. And I believe they've had to draw off some of their units. Let's feed more infantry into the melee. This unit may be inflicting friendly fire on us. Let's just be cautious about that. I think these horse archers are okay firing, because if anything they're going to hit the backs of I just want you to stop now, guys,
One
please.
step closer to victory.
Oh, these guys are wavering without us really doing much. So perhaps we've started to inflict enough army casualties for them to really worry. What we'll do is we'll bring our heroes around there.
March, warriors.
The thinking being
For
that
China.
if we really push now, we can probably crack their army and get the victory. Yeah, so these guys are being hammered by archers, and are just sitting there taking it. They've still got some of their archers, so let's see if we can deal with them now. And yeah, let's bring in our heroes. Send in the good wife. Okay, let's see. I'm hoping this is going to be enough now to really collapse this side. And that looks like, well, it's certainly going the way I want. A couple of stubborn units hanging on there. I don't know what is going on with the melee on this side, and I don't really know why my archers are running around like idiots. Okay, so we've got our gap here now. Let's bring in that cavalry. So we do seem to have achieved the mass route that we were aiming for on the left. We've very much blobbed up here. Got some more infantry I can feed in. Don't really want to feed my hero in here because there are halberds. Maybe we'll take these towers actually. Just as we move up. I don't think you guys need to be unleashing the fury against those remaining troops. Let's bring our cavalry round. Really want to try and clear out this this lance cavalry. That'll allow us to charge these units in the rear, and that should be game, set and match then. So it remains a gorgeous game, but I am I don't know, just a little bit concerned about the gameplay. Okay, good, so we've shattered them. Let's bring everybody now round to, say for this cavalry, bring that cavalry over here. Everybody else should go slamming into the back of this formation now. And that's exactly what I was hoping for. And hopefully we can plug this bottle and get them to decisively mass rout. It is going that way.
At the ready. Steel yourselves.
There we go. So a decisive victory. That's always good to see. And excuse me while I just have a sip of tea. We seem to have the bulk of our army intact, which is really what I was going for, so that I can keep the pace of the advance up. Okay, so
and victory is yours.
Yeah, we lost 880 men, but they lost 4,000. It's allowed us to take the city, and we don't need really much income, so we're just going to go with occupying. It's rare I do anything
We'll take it.
other than just occupying, to be honest. That might be a mistake. So we've gained some ranks. We've gained title, honorary title. People are more friendly because they fought together, so that's good. So we've got some level ups, more experience, more income. Let's go with the more combat focused. And here we've got options between bravery and stability. Again, I'm going to go down the bravery route, though intensity to give charge speed. Yeah, there's not really any cavalry in his units, so other than his own cavalry, of course. Mighty knockback causes extra damage when knocking back enemies. We'll go with bravery. And any followers that might be useful? More expertise, more income from industry. Yeah, so there's no need to use them at this moment. And we can upgrade this from public fishing jetties to a communal fishing pier. Basically, more food worth getting. And
Attention.
let's just fill out the ranks of this army. We don't have the money this turn. Okay, that's fine. That's going to stick with my decision to invest in the economy, and I'll want to go and get Bohai this coming turn, or at least lay siege to it. Looks like we are going to have to take on a walled city for the first time. Still hoping that Li Yu sits on his hands and allows me to expand unhindered. Okay, so that Han army is going in to garrison the city. So we may want to whittle them down by a few turns of starving them out. We'll have to have a look at the situation in more detail in a moment. Okay, so our iron mine has now been built, and that's probably okay. So we need some more money and some more reforms, but for the moment I really do want to build up this force. So I've got some spears, plenty of cavalry. I could do with some sword armed infantry, and let's go for plenty of spearmen, just to give me a really solid front line that I can then base my sort of cavalry off. We're a minor strategic threat, so that's giving us a diplomatic penalty with other people. Not much of a concern right now, as we don't have that many neighbours. And let's have a look at this town. So his army is not too large at all. It's very small, but it is well balanced. And the garrison is a fair size, including these axe warriors, plenty of archers. So we're generally a good infantry army, good garrison really. So what I'm going to do this turn is we'll move up to the border.
On the march.
And I'm just conscious that some of our units are depleted. What about our assault infantry? Yeah, they're not too bad actually. No, look, let's not waste any more time, and let's begin the siege, because in 2 turns the enemy will be depleted. They actually outnumber us right now, so they may choose to sally out. In the interim, let's go for a battering ram, 2 siege towers, and we'll I can ask for their surrender. No, they won't give up the settlement. Neither would I in their position. We'll
Charge
continue
the
the
white
siege.
forces.
Okay, so at least we've started the siege fairly early on. We've got good supplies, so I'm not really worried about that. And
Channel passions.
if I put him in the that will help with building up his force. Okay, let's move along.
For your contemplation.
So Yan Shao wants to form a coalition with us if we give him a wooden ox. Well, I don't really. Where is Yan Shao? I mean, he's all the way. No, no. So no, I just don't see the point. It's going to drag me into wars I don't really want to have much of an input in right now. I'm going to focus on my own borders, my own little strifes. Might be short-sighted. But I think we'll have options in the future. So they have decided to sally out. So I'll leave the video here, and then we'll take them on in the next video. See you next time.